Hello and welcome to another edition of Motor Cars Enthusiasts. Well, a lot of stuff to talk about, so let's get right to it. First up on the list, the brand new Chevrolet SS breaks ground with pricing that just came out in the past several days. Pricing on the new SS, the Australian actual import of this vehicle. And I know we've talked about the Vauxhall version, the one that's going to be sold in the UK, and also the Holden version, which obviously from the mother country when it comes to this automobile. The SS, now obviously we don't get the supercharged version, at least here in the United States, as of now. Hopefully soon. Hopefully also we'll get a 6-speed manual one day. But this deal does share with the Vauxhall and the Holden the LS3 6.2-liter V8, making 415 brake horsepower and 415 pounds-feet of torque. Again, this has also gone through a 6-speed automatic transmission with flappy paddle gearbox, if you will. Vehicle does get 15 miles a gallon in the city and 24 on the highway. There's also only 2 options when it comes to this automobile. You can get a sunroof and you can get a full-size spare, or both of them, obviously. Now, no real word on what the pricing on those particular options are. Vehicle also gets a gas guzzler tax, so no word on what that costs you for that vehicle. But when all in all, at least the starting price on this vehicle will come out with $44,470, and you also have to kick in an extra $1,000 for a destination fee. But the new Chevrolet SS will be in showrooms, for General Motors showrooms, very, very soon. Next up on the list, this has hit the interwebs in the past several days. A little concept art of a brand new Koenigsegg. This is the Koenigsegg 1:1. 1 spelled out, then a colon, then the number 1. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Apparently we will know more about it in the future. This is done as a collaboration vehicle, though, as of such, with a company called FFF Automotive, which is actually China's largest supercar dealership. Come to think of it, it's probably going to be sold there in theory. Only one of these vehicles will be built, and it will be built with a 5-liter V8 putting out 1,400 brake horsepower. Now, the vehicle will make its official debut at the Guangzhou Auto Show, which happens in November of 2013. So we'll get some real deal details, and apparently by then, I bet more of them leak out in the meantime, and we'll keep you in tune to what this vehicle is going to be. Another one-off from the folks at Koenigsegg. Speaking of a smaller automobile manufacturer seems to be doing okay, Pagani's in the news as they're making the final send-off now that the Huayra is out selling and selling fairly well. The old Zonda, the vehicle that Pagani started with, is going to be sent out with a bang. This is the brand new Revolution. Now, there's only going to build 5 of these vehicles, and 4 of them have already been sold. The vehicle comes with a 6-liter V12 with 800 brake horsepower and 538 pounds-feet of torque. Now, the name again, chances are I mispronounced that probably completely, but I tried to hunt the interweb and couldn't find a way to pronounce this particular word. Nonetheless, it will be the last Pagani Zonda. Now, the vehicle is going to weigh a little under 3,000 pounds, so it's super lightweight and will be a pretty good track day star. But they've obviously made this kind of like the Zonda R, other than this is a road legal vehicle. Now it comes down to the price tag. 4 of them already sold, so obviously they're doing something right. 2.2 million euros or $2.8 million. So expensive piece of kit, and then send it out with a bang. Pagani actually has done quite well with the Zonda in the past. It's kind of sad to see the vehicle go, but the new Huayra is stunning looking. Next up on the list, Porsche's in the news. They've got a brand new Carrera S, and this is the 50th anniversary edition. 50 years of Carrera S's happening for Porsche over the past 50 years, which makes a lot of sense why they named it this. Now, the vehicle gets a bunch of special goodies, including 20-inch rims, a wide body kit that's usually only exclusive to some of the higher-end Porsche models. Now, the vehicle gets this same 3.8-liter flat 6 with a power kit. Now, in the United States, this vehicle will be making 430 brake horsepower, but over in Europe market, it will be only bringing in 400 brake horsepower. Now, the vehicle comes with either 6-speed automatic or a 6-speed manual, and will do 0 to 60 between 4 and 4.5 seconds, with a top speed of 186 miles an hour. Now, let's get down to the brass tacks. What's it going to cost you to get a 50th anniversary Porsche 911? Well, it's going to cost you $124,100, plus another $1,000 at least for the destination fee. This vehicle will be going on sale in the U.S. market in fall of 2013. Next up on the list, let's talk a little bit about May sales. Now that we're a little bit into June, the official May sales came out, and they look a little bit better than we saw back in April. April actually took it on the chin in the U.S. market, but now May actually had a nice little comeback. Units sold for the month of May came in at 1.43 million units, which has brought that SAR up, which was around mid-14 million units, SAR being the seasonal annual adjusted rate, which counts up for how many cars, in theory, if it continues to sell like it does, the months do, that will end up with a year-ending sales number. Now, that sales number in mid-April ended up being around mid-14 millions, but it's right back up to 15.24 million units. Anything over 15 is doing pretty doggone good, especially because we haven't seen that kind of number in at least 3 or 4 or 5 years. Last up on the list, well, my crack baby memory actually remembered something. Remember when we did the little video showing off 3 automobiles that made their official debut at the Geneva Motor Show? And I asked, which would you rather have out of these 3 automobiles? The 3 being the McLaren P1, or the Ferrari LaFerrari, or the Lamborghini Verino. Now, I also gave you the caveat of the actual Koenigsegg Hundra R, or the Agera R Hundra, if you just wanted an out as far as getting out of the competition between the 3 automobiles. Now, let's get down to the brass tacks and talk about what actually took place in this particular deal. Obviously, we started in March, and as of about 3 weeks ago, well, 3 weeks ago being the taping of this show, we had a winner. But now, we're dead tied. Dead tied between the Ferrari LaFerrari and the McLaren P1, which are 2 very, very good choices. Most of the comments I got in the video, a lot of people got upset about what I complained about the automobiles. What I thought was probably not right, like the Lamborghini, only 3 of them being built, all of them being sold. I mean, come on, Lamborghini, what's up with that? Not to mention Ferrari, naming it LaFerrari. In English, it's Ferrari the Ferrari. That's terrible. And the McLaren P1's not much of a looker, but obviously in the geek world, it really trips my trigger as far as when it comes to that particular vehicle. The uber geek numbers that come out of that automobile. Now, in the end, passions prevailed, and obviously now we have no winner. So maybe, if my crack baby memory will remember, I will maybe revisit this in September, but I don't think it's going to change too much. Dead tie between those 2 automobiles. Pretty doggone entertaining. And that's all there was that I thought was worth talking about for this week's Motor Cars Enthusiast. If you want to jump on over to the Facebook page and like us over there, there's a link down in the show notes. Also, you can subscribe to the channel and get the new shots, the new shows, as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again real soon.